All right, today we're going somewhere you would never expect. We are heading inside the MRI Nightclub.
So, you know the MRI machine, right? That giant, loud, kind of claustrophobic tube. But have you ever really stopped and thought about it? Like, how in the world does it create those unbelievably detailed pictures of your body without, you know, actually touching you? How does it do that?
Well, it turns out the physics behind it all is way more fun than you'd think. In fact, get this, it's a whole lot like a nightclub. Okay, so let's get our names on the list, skip the line, and head inside. Before the music really kicks off, we gotta get our bearings. We need to understand the scene and, who's who.
Okay, let's break this down. First up, the club itself. That's your body, the whole building. Now, the specific dance floor we're interested in tonight, that's the part of your body being imaged, like your knee or your brain. And who's on that dance floor? Well, that's all the dancers, of course. These are the real stars of the show, the millions of hydrogen protons inside your body's water molecules. Now, in any club, you've got the main lights, right? They're always on, kind of keeping everyone oriented. That's the MRI's main magnetic field, or B0. And running the entire show from the booth, that's our DJ, the MRI computer.
Okay, so we know who's who. We've got our dancers on the dance floor, the DJs in the booth. Now, it's time for the main event. We're talking about the bass drop and the echo. This is how our DJ gets this party started and creates the exact rhythm we need to listen to.
So imagine this. The DJ leans over the console and just hits this massive bass drop. Boom! In the MRI world, that's what we call a 90-degree RF pulse. It's this powerful burst of radio energy that basically knocks all our dancers, our little protons, sideways. It tips them over 90 degrees and gets them all spinning, dancing, in perfect sync.
But, just like any real dance floor, that beautiful, perfect sync, it doesn't last. It lasts for like a split second, because immediately everyone starts finding their own groove, right? You've got dancer A, who's got amazing rhythm. Then there's dancer B, who's, let's just say, got 2 left feet and is already lagging behind. And of course, you've got dancer C, who's had way too much caffeine and is rushing way ahead of the beat. The result? It's pretty much instant chaos.
And get this. Look how fast this chaos takes over. We're talking milliseconds. Within just 15 milliseconds, that beautiful synchronized signal is just gone. It's completely faded away. In physics, this is called T2 decay, and it's the exact reason the machine can't just listen to that first messy signal. No, it needs a clever way to bring back the order.
So, if the signal disappears that fast, how does the MRI get anything useful, right? Well, this is where our DJ gets clever. He's got a couple of secret techniques up his sleeve to get that whole crowd back on beat and create a new, clean, measurable signal. And that signal is called an echo.
So, trick number 1, we'll call it the DJ callback. The DJ waits for the chaos to build up for a very specific amount of time. Then he grabs the mic and yells out to the entire dance floor, "Everyone, turn around and dance backward." This is amazing. In MRI speak, that shout is a 180-degree pulse.
And this is where the real genius is. Think about it. When everyone turns around, those super fast, over-enthusiastic dancers who were way out in front, they're now at the very back. And the slowpokes who were lagging behind, they're suddenly in the lead. So what happens? They're all essentially racing back towards the starting line. And for one perfect, beautiful moment, they all cross that line at the exact same time, totally in sync again. That moment, that's the echo we've been waiting for.
Now that big DJ shout, the spin echo, isn't the only tool in the box. There's a quieter, more subtle technique called a gradient echo. So instead of a loud shout, picture this as a clever lighting effect. It's like the light tech is playing with the magnetic fields to first speed some dancers up and slow others down, and then just reverses that effect to bring them all neatly back into sync. You get the same echo, just without the big 180-degree shout.
Okay, so we've got the basic moves down. The bass drop, the chaos, and the echo. But what if we need to go faster? Well, that's when the DJ starts busting out the advanced remixes. These are the techniques that make modern MRI so fast. Welcome to remixes and rave mode.
First up is something called a turbo spin echo. And honestly, it's just like a remix set. The DJ hits that one big bass drop to get everyone going, but then, instead of just one turnaround shout, he lets loose a whole rapid-fire series of them. And what does that do? It creates not just one echo, but a whole train of them. Echo 1, echo 2, echo 3, all from that one single starting beat. It's insanely efficient.
But then, you can take it to the next level. We're talking echoplanar imaging, or as we're calling it, rave mode. This is where the DJ goes all out with those lighting effects, the gradients, and just switches them back and forth at an unbelievable speed. We're talking fast enough to create over 100 echoes in just a couple of seconds. It's literally like a strobe light hitting the dance floor, freezing everyone in a perfect sync over and over and over again, almost instantly.
Okay, so we've got bass drops, chaos, echoes, remixes, the whole nightclub experience. But the big question remains, right? How does all this molecular level dancing actually turn into that super detailed picture on the doctor's screen? Let's connect the final dots. Let's go from the beat to the image.
To do that, we need to introduce one last character. Meet the bouncer. In the real world, the bouncer is the MRI's receiver coil, and his job is actually pretty simple. He's not watching any individual dancers. He doesn't care who's doing what. He's just standing there with his arms crossed, listening. And what's he listening for? The loudness of the collective rhythm. See, when that echo hits and all the dancers are perfectly in sync, they create one super loud, clear beat. And the more dancers that are in sync, the louder that beat is going to be. And that's it. That's the whole secret. It's this simple. 1, the dancers sync up perfectly to create that echo. 2, the bouncer hears a really loud beat at that exact moment. And 3, the loudness of that beat, that directly translates to the brightness of a single pixel in the final image. That's it. The MRI machine just does this over and over and over again, thousands of times, to map out the entire dance floor, one bright, loud pixel at a time. Which brings us to, I think, the absolute perfect summary of this entire thing. When an MRI technologist is setting up your scan, they're not just some button pusher. No way. They're literally programming the DJ's set list for the night. They are choosing the exact timing for the bass drop, deciding whether to use the loud callback shout or the subtle lighting effects, all of it to create the perfect music, to see exactly what they need to see inside you. So next time you find yourself inside one of those machines and you hear all those crazy loud clicks and bangs and whirring sounds, you'll know exactly what's going on. It's not just noise, it's the DJ playing a super intricate set just for you. So you can just lie back and maybe wonder, what kind of set list is the DJ playing for me today?